him if he had the stuff. The dude pulls it out, shows it to him. Joey puts it in his hand. Joey asks me, like, you think this is cool? I looked at it, I was like, yeah, man, if you think it's cool. Joey goes, alright. He handed dude something, a piece of paper or something. I couldn't really tell because it was dark. It wasn't very much light. And then I heard Joey say, you know what it is. As soon as Joey said, you know what it is, the dude hurried up and turned. The dude shot. I didn't think that he shot Joey. I just thought that he shot to like scare Joey. So Joey was like, I'm sorry. And hands him back and stuff. The dude points the gun at me. I'm like, look, I don't know what the fuck is going on. The dude gets out the car. He's like, y'all get the fuck out of here. So I immediately take off, going towards the freeway. I jump on the freeway. While I'm on the freeway, I asked Joey, like, you alright? Because I heard him, like, start to snore. When I look back, I seen that he had, like, blood coming down his face. So I'm like, trying to get his attention. I kept pushing, like, Joey, okay? What the fuck? Like, I started panicking.
Did you know he was shot at that point?
Yeah, as we were on the freeway. And I just sped to his house.
Why would you not stop at a medical facility?
Honestly, I don't know, man. I panicked. Like, truthfully, like, that's the honest to God's truth. Like, I panicked. I was on the freeway. I was speeding. McKinley was the first thing that I saw. I know that that's closest to his house. I just got off there, went straight to his house.
Okay. What happens next?
I kind of beat myself up over that too.
Yeah.
That I like didn't react well.
So you get out of you drive
to his house. I bang on the door. I scream for Heidi. Heidi comes down. I'm like, Joey's been shot.
Is that on the glass got broken?
Yeah, I'm like, Joe, because I couldn't, get in, obviously, so I get the glass open. I open up the door. I scream up there, Heidi. Heidi comes to the door. I'm like, Joey's been shot. Call 911. She calls 911. She's telling 911 that he's been shot. They tell us to do CPR. I begin to help her do CPR. I just saying like that he was gone.
Alright. So when you went over there, do you remember telling the police yesterday when you out on the scene out by Joey's house? Do you remember talking to the police or talking to the uniformed officers out there?
I'm talking about he tried to rob the dope.
Okay. And do you remember telling him that that was his intention, that he was going to go at some point?
He was speaking on, like, he was saying shit like that, like, oh, fuck these motherfuckers out here, I'll rob one. But I didn't.
When did he say that?
He talks like that all the time.
When did he say that?
He said it prior to us leaving.
Okay. So you know at some point he was talking about goofy things to do that, right? Is that right?
Right, he was talking, but I'm taking it honestly like he's drunk. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really.
Now,
Should have took him.
How did Joey expect to pay for these drugs if he didn't have any money?
He made it seem like he had some money.
Okay. How did he do that?
He said that he had some money.
But you never seen him.
I never seen him physically.
You never seen any money, and then you go over there knowing at some point he's talking about robbing this guy. Is that right? You just told me he was telling you he's going to rob this guy at some point. He was talking about, hey, let's rob this. We're going to rob this guy. Is that right?
No, that's not.
Did he say something about he was going to rob this guy to you? Just a few minutes ago, a couple minutes ago, you just said he's talking about robbing a guy, robbing this drug dealer.
He was speaking generally, though. He wasn't
saying. He was saying he was.
Right. I understand what you said.
Am I correct?
I can.
I'm just asking you. I don't know. You were there. I'm just trying to get a feel of this.
Did he mention at any point that he would rob any drug dealer?
No, but the guy you were going to, he was doggone well. He was going to sell you dope because you set it up. You set the deal up to go buy. Now, you set the deal up to go buy the drugs, okay? And in the course of buying the drugs, he's telling you before he gets there, at some point.
No. This is before we even left the
I'm
house.
saying, before you ever get to the point where you're going over there, he's telling you that he's going to rob this guy.
Yeah, and I was telling him, like, dude, you sound stupid. Like, you sound stupid. I was telling him that he sounded stupid. He talks like that. Like, he talks like that all the time.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, he said
that's pretty serious, though.
true, given the...
That's pretty serious talk, though. Specifically when you're saying, "Hey, you're gonna go over there. You're called this guy, and then when the guy gets in the car, fucking shit goes south, so to speak, right? I mean, all right. If I showed you another photograph, can you tell me if you recognize this house? This is a house that we learned that you went over at some point down the street from there. This is the house. So it's a double. Do you know that house? They sell weed or anything out of that house or anything? Several more doors down. No.
I've only been to one house in the street.
Well, we learned that through our investigation that this house was one that you went to at a previous time about a month or so ago. Does that ring a bell?
No.
No.
To 65th Franklin Joseph Gallagher. Picked up my son from school. Well, actually, I stopped at my ex-wife's grandmother's house first. Picked up my son, my other son. Him and I rode together to go pick my son up from Gallagher. My son wasn't in Gallagher. He ended up walking up to Zone. So we rode up to Michael J. Zone, picked my son up from Michael J. Zone.
This is all yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, I went to, I took them back to the grandmother's house, showed out at the grandmother's house, ate. I had ended up dozing off. Me and my youngest son dozed off and fell asleep. Rayla ended up calling me to tell me that she was about to get off work. I went, picked her up from work.
I'm sorry, when I said yesterday afternoon, I'm referring to Thursday afternoon until Friday early morning when this occurred.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, if I showed you some photos, maybe this will help you a little better. This is the area of 73rd and Lawn, okay? And these are kind of like some progression photos from this area.
This that house.
The other house there?
Which house is it?
It's
This house.
this house, which is this
This is
house.
the house I was trying to show you guys that night. So the police wanted me to get out in the middle of the street and go and point into the house.
Yeah, so this is the same house as this.
Circle that house and initial that. Would you?
And if you don't mind putting today's date on the, there's 3/25. Yeah. So that's the house that boss man walked out of. All right. Now I'm going to show you a photograph and see if you recognize this person.
That's him.
Well, how do you know? I
I can tell. That's his Facebook.
That is boss man Phantom that you recognize. All right, I'm going to have you do the same thing. This is the person that was sitting in the front seat of the car that you were attempting to buy drugs off of. Did he shoot your friend?
He shot my friend.
All right, put your initials on there. Okay. And you don't know him by any other name a boss man or a street name,
That's it, yeah. I've fought drugs off of him multiple times.
and he sells heroin, crack cocaine. Does he sell anything else?
Yeah, assuming he probably does.
Okay. Now, the house that you does he live in? Is it a double home?
I think it's a single.
A single? All right. And you've known this man for how long?
Short period.
When you say short period, how long?
Like, I really don't know him. I just